Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. We got the first of a 4-game series in this post 1961 Bats League. We got the Atlanta Braves traveling up to Philadelphia to take on the Phillies as Ken stops by here this evening rooting for the Phillies. And we got leading off for the Disney Atlanta Braves playing left field Rico Carte. Batting second playing short is Blauser. Batting third playing third is Jones. Batting fourth playing right field is Aaron. And Legend Sports Universe joins us here. And batting fifth playing center field is Murphy. Batting sixth doing the catch is Lopez. Batting seventh playing first base is Freeman. And batting eighth playing second base is Albies. And on the mound and batting ninth is Tom Glavine. And for the hometown Philadelphia Phillies, leading off playing center field is Dykstra. Batting second playing second is Utley. Batting third playing third is Smith. Batting fourth playing first is Allen. Batting fifth playing left field is Burrow. Batting sixth playing right field is Abreu. Batting seventh doing the kitchen is Lieberthal. Batting eighth playing shortstop is Rollins. And on the mound, batting ninth is Short. Let's get down here to Philadelphia. Get this game started. And Rico is batting .385 off to a great start for the Braves with a homer and 4 RBIs. This is Short's second appearance, no record with a 4.5 ERA. Braves are 5-3, leading the National League East by a game over the Mets. Jones batting a .143, Blauser 156, Aaron batting .346. Acuna 211 and Gar 364. Negro with a 2.35 ERA. Maddox with a 2.4. Spahn with a 6.75. Smoltz with a 6.14. And GLAVINE enters this game with a 5.14 ERA. And here's the pitch to Carthage. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Lenny Dykstra in center field. And that'll be out number one. One up and one down here. Top of the first, and Jeff Blauser comes to the plate like they batting a .56. He has 2 homers and 6 RBIs, and that's going to be a base on balls, and the Braves will take it with 1 out and a runner down at first for Chipper Jones. And Chipper's a batting a .43 with a homer and 4 RBIs. And here's the pitch to Jones, and that's going to be a tailor-made double play. Hit down the second. Utley's up with it. He's going to fire over to second, over to first. That's a 4-6-3 double play. And that ends the inning. Braves nothing. Phillies coming to the plate. You got Dykstra, Utley, and Smith to lead it off. See the Phillies' upcoming schedule. We got 3 more games here in Philly against the Braves, and then they go on the road to take on Florida. And Lenny Dykstra's batting .208 with no homers and a homer, and an RBI rather. And Tom Glavine making his second appearance. He's 0-1 with a 5.14 ERA. And the Phillies are 2-5. And they are 2.5 games back of these Braves. Dykstra, like we said, batting .208. Michael Jack Smith batting .333. Utley batting .304. And the Bull Lazinski batting a .125. And Dalton batting .263. Old lefty Steve Carlton with a 1.63 ERA. Denny with a 2.77 ERA. Nola 3.86. Short enters this game with a 4.5 ERA. And Jack with a 3 ERA. And here's the pitch to Dykstra. And that's going to be a fly ball. Well, we got to fix Dykstra's card here. Ain't that awful? Didn't notice that before. We'll fix his card here real quick. Sorry about that. We'll get a little behind the scenes here. I didn't notice that with his card. Go to Philadelphia. Where's the Phillies? The Fighting Phils. And Lenny Dykstra. And where are we? There we go. Now back to the game here. All right, now we're ready. So against the lefty, that'll be a fly ball out to right field. Aaron makes the catch for out number one. One down here in the bottom of the first. And Chase Utley comes to the plate now. And Chase batting .304. He's got a homer and 6 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. GLAVINE strikes him out for out number two. And now you got Michael Jack Smith off to a good start, batting .333 with 2 homers and 6 RBIs. And that's going to be against the lefty of 14, and that's going to be an infield hit. Michael Jack Smith's aboard here with a 2-out single. And that brings up Dick Allen. Just entered the Hall of Fame this year, batting a .143 with no homers and no RBIs. And that one's hit hard. That might drive in Smith. And that ball is blasted out to left field. Yep, that ball was hit out to right field, rather. And Aaron lets it get over his head. It's rolling around. And Dick Allen puts on the Jets. That brown-eyed, handsome man makes the turn for third, and he's in there safely with an RBI triple. Philadelphia Phillies up by 1 with a runner down at third. And 2 outs, and Pat Burrell is up. He's looking for his first base hit of the year. He's 0 for 6. And he gets it, folks. That ball's high. That ball is far. Kiss it goodbye. The Phillies are taking it to the Braves here in the bottom of the first. It's 3-0 Philadelphia. Now Bobby Abreu is up. And Bobby's hitting .333 with no homers and 4 RBIs. All this coming with 2 outs, folks. A 2-out single by Smith, a triple, and then a homer. Only thing they're missing is a double. And that might just happen as Abreu squares it up, and Tommy GLAVINE gets the first 2 outs and can't get out of his own way. That's going to be a hit in the right field. Aaron gets over quickly, cuts it off. That'll be a single. And now you got Lieberthal up. Mike is looking for his first base hit. He's 0 for 5. Runner on first and 2 outs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Blauser. He'll go over to second for the out. But 3 runs, 2 of them on the homer by Pat. And it's 3-0 as we get to the top of the second. Phillies breaking out of the hitting slump here quickly against Tommy GLAVINE. And we got the big boys due up here for the Braves. Aaron, Murphy, and Lopez. Hank's batting .346. He's got 4 homers on the year and 9 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Dick Allen. He takes it himself for out number 1. Pat the bat. Yeah, he sure had put the bat on that one, didn't he? And now you got Murphy up. Murphy's hitting .200 with a homer and an RBI. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. Bobby makes the catch. And there's quickly 2 down here in the second. And Javi Lopez comes up, batting .231 with no homers and no RBI. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. Nice play down there by Jimmy Rollins. Gets to it, has the catcher running, gets him. And that is out number 3. The Braves go in order to the bottom of the third we go. The bottom part of the order due up here for the Phillies. See, the Braves are 5-3 with 63 strikeouts, 36 walks, 20 doubles and 2 triples, and the Phillies 2-5, 69 strikeouts, 38 walks, 14 doubles, and 5 triples. And Rollins batting a .143 with no homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. Ozzy's up with it, fires over to Freddie. That'll be out number 1. And Chris Short comes up. He's looking for his first hit of the year. He's 0 for 1. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes him out, but that's what happened in the first inning. Glavine got the first 2 outs easily, and then the barn door opened and all the horses ran out. Lenny Dykstra, he flew out his first time up, 0 for 1. And that's going to be a 1-2-3 inning as Dykstra goes down on strikes. To the top of the third we go. We got the bottom third due up here for the Braves. Freeman, Albies, and Glavine. Freddie's batting .200 with 2 homers and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Short strikes him out for out number 1. Short's first strikeout of the game. And Ozzy batting a .154. He's got a homer and 2 RBIs. And we drop the dice here. And that's going to be a back-to-back strikeouts. Can Short strike out the side? It's up to Tommy Glavine. He is 0 for 1 on the year. And that's going to be against the lefty, a fly ball out to center field. Dykstra makes the catch. The Braves go down again. 1-2-3. Bottom of the third we go. Got the 2-3-4 hitters due up here. Utley, Smith, and Allen. Chase struck out against Tommy his first time up. 0 for 1. That's going to be a base on balls. Tommy walks the leadoff batter, and now the big boys are coming up. And Smith started all that scoring back in the first with a single. Came around the score. And that's going to be a 14. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Aaron. He's got it this time for out number 1. Now Dick Allen's up. And Allen, he tripled and drove in a run his first time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Tommy strikes him out for out number 2. And Pat Burrell, who hit the 2-run homer to make it a 3-0 ball game's up now. And that's going to be a 40. And a team, that'll be 10, 14, 22, 31, 35, 6, 9. And that'll be column 1. Wow pitch. And that's a wow pitch. And Utley's down in scoring position now for Pat. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Pat. And that's going to be a base on balls. Tommy walks him. Here we go with 2 outs now. First and second. And Bobby Abreu singled his first time up. Here's the pitch from Glavine. And that's going to be against the lefty. That is going to be a 8-24. That's going to be a ground ball down the third. He'll go to short way over the second. And that'll end the inning. The Phillies strand 2. We go to the top of the fourth. It's still 3-0 Philly. We got the top of the order due up here for the Braves. Rico, Jeff, and Chipper. And Rico is 0 for 1. Flew out his first time up. That's going to be a ground ball down the short. Jimmy's got it. Fires over to Allen. I hit the wrong button here. It's supposed to be down the short. And we'll get it right this time. And that'll be out number 1. And now you got Jeff Blauser, who walked his first time up. And that's going to be against the lefty. 14. That's going to be an infield hit. Nice job by Blauser to get on base again. So Jeff's down at first with 1 out. Chipper Jones is up now. And Chipper's 0 for 1, grounded into that 6-4, 4-6-3 double play his first time up. And not this time. That's going to be a 18. And that's going to be a base hit in the center field. And Blauser, Dykstra doesn't have that great of an arm out there, so he might take a chance here. It'll be a 53 minus a 28 plus a 9. And it'll be a 65 or a 66 is the only way they'll get him. And he's in there, so that's not an RBI, but that'll make runners on first and third. And only 1 out. And we got the hammer due up now. So first and third, and Hank Aaron's up. Tie and run at the plate. One swing of the bat and the hammer could tie it up. And that ball is high. How far is this one going to go, folks? And not far enough off the wall. In the deep center field, Dykstra gets it, fires it in. That should be deep enough to score Jones. As Hammer and Hank Aaron just missed a homer. That G comes in handy, don't it, Ken? Oh. And Jones will score with no throw. So that's a 2 RBI double for the Hammer. And that's a 1-run ball game. Now Murphy's up with the tying run down at second and only 1 out. See the Braves' upcoming schedule. They got 3 more games here in Philadelphia. Then they go home to Atlanta, take on the Pirates. Yeah, I love that too about this game. I do like those G's and L's and M's and H's. And now you got the Murph up. He flew out the right his first time up. And that's going to be a base on balls. And all of a sudden, Chris, who was doing well through 3, struggling here in the 4th. First and second, the go-ahead run is down at first. And Javi Lopez is up. He grounded out. He's 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Dykstra. Does Hammer and Hank want to try to tag up? Or does he want to stay put? And he's going to stay put. He can score on a single here with 2 outs. And Freddie Freeman's up. And Freddie's 0 for 1. Struck out against Short his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. A 52 and a 5. Michael Jack Smith's down there. Damn good fielding. 52 is barely fielding column 1. And that's going to be a nice play by Mike. Nice dive and stop towards the line. Gets up. Fires over to first and just gets Freddie. But the Braves scored 2 on the Hank Aaron double and cut the lead to 3-2. So we go to the bottom of the 4th. The bottom third due up here for the Phils. Lieberthal, Rollins in short, and Mike is 0 for 1, grounded into a force play his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Blauser. He fires over the first for out number 1. And Jimmy Rollins comes to the plate, and he grounded out to second his first time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, and that's Glavine's 5th strikeout of the game. Tommy doing well here with the strikeouts, and now he's got Chris Short up. Chris, he struck out his first time up. And that's going to be a rare play, a 65 and a 36. And that's going to be ball 1. So he falls behind to Chris. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Short. And that's going to be a pop-up down the second. Ozzie calls for it near the mound, makes the catch, and that's a 1, 2, 3, 4th. To the top of the 5th we go. Bottom part of the order due up here for the Braves. Ozzie, GLAVINE and then back to Carte. And Albies is 0 for 1, struck out his first time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Short gets him again. As he goes down for the second time, 1 strikes. And Tommy GLAVINE comes up. He flew out the center his first time up. And that's going to be back-to-back strikeouts. And Short's got 4 strikeouts now. And Rico, can he get something done here and get the ball in play? He's flown out and grounded out 0 for 2. And that's going to be good morning, good afternoon, and good night as Chris Short strikes out the side here in the 5th and keeps it a 3-2 ball game. So we go to the bottom of the 5th with the top of the order due up here for the Phillies. Clinton Parks joins us. Yeah, past everybody's bedtime. I'm normally up until about 12:30. Yeah. Lenny Dykstra's up now. He's 0 for 2. Blown out and struck out. And that's going to be a base on balls, not what you want. Do with Dykstra, the leadoff batter. So put him on base. Now Dykstra's down at first. And Chase Utley, they're going to do a little hit and run here, try to stay out of the double play. Utley has yet to put the ball in play. He struck out and walked his last time up. And that's going to be against the lefty in 19. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left field. Dykstra scampers back to first, and now there's 1 down. And Dykstra still at first. Do they give him the steal sign? I don't think so. Not with Michael Jack Smith up. You're in scoring position at first base with Smitty up. And Michael was 1 for 2. He singled in the first and came around the score. And that's going to be a 39. Back to the mound. And runner called off first. So Dykstra was thinking about going, and GLAVINE picks him off, folks. So there you go. Dykstra gets picked off. Now there's 2 outs. And Mike at the plate. Not very heads-up base running there by Utley. By Dykstra, rather. Lenny gets picked off. On nails. Walks back to the dugout, shaking his head. And, of course, watch Michael get a hit here. Nope. That will be a swing and a miss. He strikes Mike out. That ends the inning. We go to the top of the 6th. The Phillies hanging on to a 3-2 lead. You got the 2, 3, 4 hitters due up here for the Bravos. Blauser, Jones, and Aaron. Jeff's 1 for 1. He has walked and singled his last time and came around the score. And that's going to be a 14, a fly ball out the left field. Pat makes the catch for 1 down here. Now Chipper's up. And Mr. Jones is 1 for 2. Singled and came around the score in the 4th. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Chris strikes him out, his 6th strikeout of the game. And here's Hank Aaron, who had that 2 RBI double his last time up. 1 for 2 today, and that's going to be an easy fly ball for Pat. And that'll end the inning. The Braves go down 1, 2, 3 to the bottom of the 6th we go. We got Allen, Burrow, and Abreu due up here. Dick's 1 for 2 with an RBI triple. And that's going to be against the lefty. That's going to be an infield hit. Dick Allen showing off some speed here today, folks. He's jetting around the bases. It's a ground ball down to Jones. Beats the throw over to first. So the leadoff batter's aboard here. Phillies already up by 1. And here's the man with a 2-run homer back in the first, Pat Burrow. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. 43 and a 9 should be fielding column 1. And it is. And that's going to be a double play ball as Pat can't get down the first in time. It's going to be a 4-6-3 double play. Pat a little slow getting out of the box. And the Braves turn 2. And now there's 2 outs. Nobody on for Bobby. And Bobby's 1 for 2. He singled in the game. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. And GLAVINE with his 7th strikeout of the game. But the Phillies lead this game 3-2. We got Murphy, Lopez, and Freeman due up. And the Murph's 0 for 1. He did walk his last time up, though. And that's going to be another walk. Murph trots on down the first. And an E. He's not going nowhere. Lopez is up. And Javi, he's 0 for 2. He's grounded out and flown out. And that's going to be a 17. That's going to be a pop-up down the short. Jimmy makes the catch. And there's 1 down now. Let's just see if Mr. Freeman can do something. Freddie's 0 for 2 today. That's going to be against the lefty a 24. And that's going to be another pop-up down the short. Jimmy's busy here. Makes the catch. So it's up to Ozzy. And Albies is 0 for 2. He has struck out both times against Chris. Can he get some wood on the ball? And he does, but it's just a slow grounder down to Utley. He fires over to first. And that's the inning. They strand Murphy. We go to the 7th inning stretch. It's a 3-2 ball game. You got the bottom third of the order due up here. Lieberthal, Rollins, and possibly a pitch hitter for Short. And we got the Philly fan in here. So you let me know what you want to do when Short gets up, Ken, if you want to pitch hit for him. And Mike's 0 for 2. He is grounded into a fielder's choice and grounded out the short. And that's going to be another ground ball down the blouser. He's up with it. Over to Freddie for out number 1. And Mr. Jimmy Rollins is up. He's 0 for 2 today. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. GLAVINE strikes him out. Let's see if Ken Castro wants to pitch hit for Chris Short. Try to get an insurance run here. Let him keep pitching. He's pitching a 3-hit, 2-run game. Let's see what he wants to do. He wants to pitch hit. I'll bring up the bench. Yeah, it is. That's what you got to love about it, not having a stinking DH. Stick Top Sports Network joins us here. Thank you, bud. Appreciate it. Bring up the pitch hitters here for you, Ken, if you want to look at them while you make the decision. Oh, he's how tired is he getting? He doesn't start showing fatigue until the 8th inning. Alrighty, so Ken says let him bat. I'm going to let him bat here. And now Chris is 0 for 2, 2 outs, nobody on. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, and GLAVINE strikes him out. And GLAVINE's up to 9 strikeouts, folks. We go to the top of the 8th. GLAVINE to lead it off. Obviously, the Braves are going to pitch hit for him down by 1. Then you got the top of the order due up here. Let's see who's going to come off the bench and pitch hit here for Tommy. And against the lefty, I think Gar's going to come off the bench. Not against the lefty. Not against the lefty. We'll rethink that. And Alou's going to come off the bench. That's who we're going to bring in here. Felipe Alou's going to come off the bench against Short here. And where's Alou at? Alou. And here's the pitch to Alou. He's only batting a $143, but he's got a homer and 1 RBI. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. Bobby's under it, makes the catch, and that's out number 1. 1 up and 1 down here in the 8th. Back to the top of the order. See if Rico can get on board here. He's 0 for 3 today. And he's going to be 0 for 4 as Short strikes him out. And that is Chris's 7th strikeout of the game. You think this was 2025 with all these strikeouts. And Blauser's up now. He's 1 for 2. He has singled and came around the score in the 4th. And that's going to be a base on balls. The Braves will take it. And that brings the tying run to first, a go-ahead run to the plate. And Chipper Jones. Chipper deliver here. He's 1 for 3. He had a single back in the 4th. And here's the pitch to him. And that's not going to get the job done. That's going to be a ground ball down the first. And he'll take it himself. Allen will step on the bag. And that ends the top of the 8th. And it's still a 3-2 ball game as the Braves strand a runner. And let's see who's going to come out of the bullpen here. The Braves only got one lefty in the bullpen. That's John Rocker. You got the lefties due up. This is the time to bring John in. So John's going to come in. And with Lenny Dykstra wearing that meta tire in the pitcher, maybe he's going to tell him to take the number 7 train. Oh, John. It's when everybody started getting politically correct. Got all butthurt about that. So here we go. John will come in here. Where's he at? There he is. Try to keep this a 1-run game. And this is John's 5th appearance. He's brought some luck to this team. He's won 2 games out of the pen with a 1.8 ERA. See if he can do the magic here. Keep this a tie ball, 3-2 ball game, and let the Braves have a chance to come back here in the 9th. He's got Dykstra, Utley, and Smith due up. And Lenny's 0 for 2. He did walk his last time up. And not this time. He squares it up, folks. John serves up a nice ball, and he drills it in the right field. And that's going to be a leadoff double for Dykstra. He's down in scoring position now. And Chase Utley comes to the plate. The runner in scoring position and nobody out. And Utley's 0 for 2 today. And that's going to be a ground ball down the 3rd. He's going to look the runner. Nope, that's going to be a swing and a miss. John strikes him out. For out number 1. Big strikeout there by John. And you got Smith up now. Mike's 1 for 3. Here's the pitch to Mike. And that's going to be, that's a hard hit ball. And that's going to add to this lead. And that ball is high. How far is this one going to go, folks? And that ball is off the wall. John just got it out of the sweet spot, but Mike, he drills this one in the left field. And that'll drive in a run. Michael Jack Smith just missed his 3rd homer of the year. But that makes it a 4-2 lead. And Dick Allen up now. And Allen's 2 for 3 with an RBI triple in this game. And he gets a hold of this. How far is this one going to go against the lefty? And that will be a 4. And that one's out of here. Kiss it goodbye. Dick Allen jumps all over. And John Rocker's getting lit up like a Christmas tree. And just like that, which once was a 1-run game, it is now 6-2. And the Phillies take a deep breath. Nobody on now. Only one out. And Pat Burrell, who's also homered in this game, he's 1 for 2. Yeah, here we go. Is right, Ken. They're blasting old Rocker. And John now with the pitch to Pat. And he strikes him out. So he struck out 2, but has given up a double and a homer. Well, he strike out the side in between all this. Bobby Abreu's 1 for 3. He struck out his last time up, and that's going to be a swing and a miss. So John Rucker strikes the side out, folks, but gives up 3 runs in the process, and it's a 6-2 ball game, all or nothing for John here in the 8th. And we got the big boys due up here. And we might as well let Mr. Short try to finish this game out now, since he's got a 4-run lead. Anybody gets on base will probably take him out. And Hammer and Hank's 1 for 3. He has the 2 RBI double in this game, drove in only 2 runs for the Braves, and that is going to be a base hit in the right field. And I think that should be it. We'll ask Ken here. I don't think they should mess around with Mr. Short. You got the righties coming up. You got Murphy, Lopez, and then Freddie. See if Ken wants to make a change. Got everybody's well rested in the bullpen. And he wants old Brandon. So he's going to come in the game and try to close this one out. As Short can't quite get the job done here. And Brandon, this is his 4th appearance. He's got 1 loss and 1 save with a 2.45 ERA. He's got Murphy due up with Aaron down at first and nobody out. And the Murph's 0 for 1. He has walked his last 2 times up, though. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. Utley's going to fire over to second. And Rollins throws to first, but Murph beats the throw. And now there's 1 out with Murph down at first for Mr. Lopez. And Javi's 0 for 3. He's grounded out, popped up, and flown out. And here's the pitch to Lopez. And that's going to be against the righty, a 22. And that's going to be an infield hit. So Lopez gets aboard here with a 1-out single. And just like that, it's first and second. Braves trying to make some noise here in the top of the 9th. And Mr. Freddie Freeman's 0 for 3 as comes to the plate. Can Freddie make this a 1-run game with 1 swing of the bat here? And nope, that's not going to happen. That ball's hit out in front of the plate. Mike Lieberthal should make the play here. And that's going to be a single to right, and the runner's going to be out trying to score. The other runner will make it to third, so Murph gets thrown out at the plate, folks. A single to right, and Murph gets thrown out. Now you got runners on the corner and 2 out. So Dale gets thrown out. Nice play out there by Abreu. And now there's 2 down, and Ozzy's up. And Ozzy's 0 for 3. Struck out twice and grounded out. And here's the pitch to him. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Utley. He takes his time, fires over to first, and that's your ball game, folks. And the Phillies win this one 6-2 over the Braves. We'll take a look here at the box score. Ken Castro is a happy man as the Phillies get their 3rd win of the year. And the Phillies 6 runs on 8 hits and no errors. The Braves 2 runs, 6 hits and no errors. Hank Aaron was 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs. Only Braves with a multiple hit game. And the Braves were 2 for 5 with runners in scoring position, left 6 men on base. And Dick Allen was the man for the Phillies. Oh, thank you, Clinton, buddy. Appreciate it. A great way to close out the day. Yeah. Yes, it was. And like I say, Dick Allen 3 for 4 with 3 RBIs. The Phillies made hay 3 for 5 with runners in scoring position. Allen with a homer, Pat Burrell with a homer, Dick Allen with a triple, and Tommy Glavine 7 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, walked 3, struck out 9, and gave up a homer. John Rocker gets rocked 1 inning, 3 hits, 3 runs, but he struck out 3, gave up the homer. And Mr. Short couldn't quite finish the game out, but picks up his first win. 8 innings plus 4 hits, only 2 runs, 4 walks, and struck out 7. Brandon Ledge comes in 1 inning, 2 hits. And now we'll take a look at the standings and the leaderboard. And the Braves are now only a half a game up on the Mets. And the Phillies are now tied for third, a game and a half back like the Nats. And the Marlins are 3 games back. And in the Central, the Brewers are a half a game up on Pittsburgh. St. Louis a game back. The Cubbies are a game and a half back. Cincinnati's 2.5 games back. And the Astros holding up that division with 4 games back. Now out west, the Giants a game and a half up on the Dodgers. Arizona and the Padres are both 3 games back, and Colorado is 3.5 games back. And Paul Molitor is leading the National League with a .457 average. You got Bonds and Sosa with 7 homers and Bagwell with 14 RBIs. And right now the ERA leaders are at 0. And you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pitchers with 2 wins. And you got the Colvey and Suter with 3 saves. And in the National League, Sammy Sosa is leading in MVP voting, and Juan Marichal in the Cy Young. The next game on the channel will be the second game of this 4-game series between these Phillies and Braves. And we'll take a look at the pitching matchup for this game. And we're going to have Mr. John Smoltz going up against Aaron Nola. So another good pitching matchup. See how this one works out. I want to thank Ken Castro, Clinton Parks, and Stick Top Sports Network for joining us here today. And Legend Sports Universe, check out his great channel. Until next time, folks, you all have a great day and take care. I don't know, Ken. What time is it? What time is it? 11:18. Is Legends still in here? Is Legends going to do a game? See if Legends is going to do something here later. Give Legends a second here, see if he's going to do something. Maybe Legends already left. Yeah, Legends must have already left. We'll see, Ken, buddy. Yeah, we'll see here. Till next time, y'all have a great day and take care.